Hello. In this video, I was going to do something a little different, and that instead of picking and gutting, we're going to be putting it back together and then picking it. This is one of the locks I got for early Christmas, and when I took it apart, I found it was super gunky. And when I was picking it, I only needed to lift one pin to open it. I was wondering, well, is that just because it was super dirty? And well, now it's been soaking in alcohol for a few days, and we're going to find out if it takes a little bit more to pick it. Just for grins, just to show you, this is the isopropyl alcohol it was sitting in. It was not just this lock. This was this and two other locks from the Restore. And this was the mostly white shirt that I used to clean them. I don't know if you can see all the gunk that gets on there. If you ever cleaned like an AR-15, it very much reminds me of that, like when you're cleaning the bolt. If you have never cleaned that, you're not missing out. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So I'm just going to start putting these pins back in here. Give you a view of that. I don't think that there was a view of that when I did it before, because the way I took them out with the grub screws, I don't think you saw the pins and the plug. And you can see the way they're set up. You could probably set them all to the right height with one movement of the pick. You know, it sort of just steps there. But I don't think that's what I was doing. I'm pretty sure I wasn't doing that. It's kind of I don't know, interesting cleaning these three locks that I've cleaned lately. Just using isopropyl alcohol and a rag. The other ones I actually polished the pins with a Dremel. This one I didn't do that on. I didn't want to, I guess, alter the experiment too much. But it's interesting how quickly they really do tend to clean up. Like you do see change very quickly. Yeah. Seems like it's about right. I'm kind of curious if I think that probably the average gun cleaning kit would work well for cleaning locks too, but I don't know about the solvents. I feel like if a solvent's safe for a gun, it's probably safe for a lock, but that may not be a true statement at all. A lock might be much more, I don't know, there might be coatings or no, I shouldn't say there's coatings or finishes. I don't know. If anyone's more familiar with that stuff, feel free to let me know in the comments. I think maybe the biggest thing is you don't necessarily want to use, because you don't plan on like regularly cleaning a lock, you may not want like the amount of oil you would want in a firearm where you do plan on regularly cleaning and maintaining it. So there's no key to this lock, so I won't be able to test it with that. But we'll just start picking, and first thing I'll do is I'll just see, like, okay, if I mean, you can see from the bitting that I shouldn't just be able to set pen 5 and go on my way. So I'm assuming that won't happen. And this was gunky enough that I actually saw stuff on the sides of some of the driver pens, which I think is a pretty clear, a pretty clear sign that yes, this was dirty enough that the drivers may not have been falling all the way back down to block the shear line. I don't know how it gets that dirty, or the other gunk that was on it. I wonder how much of that was from the lock, or how much of it was just its life after it got removed, getting chucked in the back of trucks and who knows, dumpsters, whatever, as it moves through the world to the antique shop or the thrift shop. There we go. All right, got a lock. Now let's see if we can unlock this lock. All right, grab some picks. Go with this guy here, and we'll want a tension wrench. I should quit calling them tension wrenches. I'm really going to start trying to call them turner tools, because I do think that's a better name for them. Let's call them what they are, so to speak. So, these turners. Looks decent there. All right. Go all the way in the back. And, all right, I think I lifted pin 5. And it is not opening. Let me try that again. Go all the way in the back. I don't think pin 5 is the first one to bind there now. I think it might be pin 4. But yeah, that is no longer opening. Lifting it. Sorry, I was going off camera there. It is no longer opening from just lifting one pin. So cleaning it has changed the lock. All right, so let's see what we can do. 1. I'm not able to lift that back one actually high enough, maybe. 1 second, please. Something slightly deeper. There we go. All right, so yes, cleaning it made that lock much harder to pick. Just standard pins, but yeah, having a clean lock, you actually have to pick all the pins. Don't just have to pick one pin. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, and if you know anything about cleaning locks or restoring them, I'd be interested too. Like I know that, like I've got this guy too, and I kind of feel like I should put some sort of oil or something on it to preserve it, but I don't really know what. I don't know if I can just put CLP on there or I don't know, vegetable oil. I don't know. So if you know any of that offhand, let me know. At some point, I think I might also want to talk about what do people like to do with the other hardware you get with locks, like all the housings and stuff. Because like as a lock picker for like Locksport, I don't really have any use for it. I don't know if anyone's figured out some cool ideas of stuff they like to do with it. But anyways, thanks for watching.